Brazil, chaos, beauty and life all around us. Between sunsets and huge shopping trips to fill our boat with food, we are making sure everything is ready. Because soon we leave all of this behind. Last time we returned to our sailboat in Brazil after months of backpacking. Now we are getting her ready for the next adventure, heading all the way to French Guiana.
So heiß, ich habe jetzt gerade vorher die Bilgenpumpe getestet.
For anyone who's not a sailor, the bilge pump is one of the most important systems on board. It pumps out water that collects inside the boat, and if it fails, things can get dangerous. When I tested it today, nothing happened, no power, so we had to find the problem and fix it fast. In the end, it was an issue with the wiring. Now, hopefully, it's solved.
Yes.
This is the lever for the manual bilge pump. Let's give it a quick test as well. Looks like it's working again. Just need to sponge out the last bit of water so the bilge is completely dry. And that's one more job done. Checking the rig means going over the mast, lines and fittings. Basically everything that holds the sails in place. If something fails out at sea, it can get dangerous fast. So before every passage, this is a must.
Da ist das Ding aufgepumpt. Einfach zum Schauen, ob es nur die Luft im behalten. Im Moment sieht es gut aus, weil jetzt ist es 24 Stunden so. Check. Wir haben es übrigens in La Gomera gepflegt. Der ganze Boden, also das schwarze Ding, ist abgefallen.
We had to repair the dinghy in La Gomera on the Canary Islands before our big Atlantic crossing. The entire bottom had come loose and needed to be re-glued.
I thought today we are gonna go to a nicer place to make the interview. So we are in the forest. Oh, wow. A little squirrel was up the tree there and it was just bombarding me with this pine cone, I think. Yes, like, what? Thank you, maybe I shouldn't film here.
How important is the dinghy for life on a sailboat?
The dinghy is a lifesaver. It's not just a small boat. We reach land with it, we get groceries, and also in an emergency we can get help. Without it, we would be stuck on the main boat, which can be fun for 1 or 2 days, but definitely not for weeks. So yeah, it's tiny, but it's basically our floating Uber, our lifeline, and sometimes also our little adventure machine.
Now I'm fixing one of our navigation lights. The wiring had corroded, so it just stopped working. And since these lights make sure other boats can actually see us at night, it's kind of important. Unless we want to play hide and seek on the ocean. Another point on our list was cleaning the hull. After 4 months in Brazil's muddy river water, the growth underneath was immense. Only in this case, the garden grows under the boat. Since visibility is almost zero, it was safer to hire a diver to do the job. And it's not just about looks. Too much growth makes us slower and burns more fuel.
No. Schön. Wenn wir so gerne in Carrefour gehen, gehen wir heute zum zweiten Mal.
And because we love shopping so much, we are already heading to Carrefour for the second time today. Only after that comes dinner. Finally a break from this long day. Life on a boat isn't just sunshine and cocktails. There's always something to fix, clean or organize. Boredom? Definitely not part of the deal.
Okay, vamos.
There will be probably several more carts of groceries before the boat is completely full. In the Caribbean, food can be quite expensive, and we also don't want to take away what locals rely on. So it's better to stock up here while we can. And then comes the tricky part, finding space for it all somewhere inside our little sailboat. Not exactly an easy task.
Looking back at your journey so far, what's something you never expected to learn about sailing and life on a boat?
I never thought I would be the person to read a whole book about engines, or even to learn how to manage the boat's electrical system. At the beginning I had no clue about any of this, but slowly, step by step, I started to figure it out. And what surprised me the most is that life on a sailboat is about keeping everything running, to fix engines, to sorting out wirings, and just to make sure all the lights and the instruments are working.
What has working on the boat taught you about patience and problem solving?
It's challenging and so frustrating, but also incredible. I feel so proud of everything I've learned, and it taught me to stay calm, to trust the process, and that it's okay not to know everything first. And so every little success feels huge, and somehow the challenges make the journey even more rewarding, I guess.
After all the work on the boat, it feels amazing to finally just take a break. We are here at Capedelo Beach, and wow, it feels so good to be back in the ocean. The first swim after weeks always feels like a reset. Over there you can surf, and if you look to the other side you see the kites. It's kind of the perfect spot, no matter what you're into. Behind me you can see João Pessoa, the city rising in the distance. It makes such a crazy backdrop. The skyline, the endless sand, and the waves rolling in. Today, for us, it's enough to just be here. Salt on the skin, sun on the face, and the sound of the ocean. After days preparing the boat, this is exactly what we needed.
Ja, wir haben jetzt gerade Kokosnuss getroffen. Es wird langsam schwer. Wir sind in, wie heißt Chakare?
Now we are at Chakare Beach, the place everyone goes for sunset. It's around the corner from the marina and every evening it turns into a little show.
Saxophon und Saxophon. Ja, genau wie Saxophon.
We are sitting here with our hair still wet from swimming, just watching the chaos unfold, happy and a little amused. Music is always playing, doesn't matter where or when, that's Brazil. There's always a reason to celebrate. As the sun goes down, people clap and the whole crowd lifts their phones for selfies. We've never seen another country where so many people celebrate the sunset like this. Loud, joyful, almost like a ritual. And the funny part? The moment the sun disappears, the beach empties in seconds. Party over. Only the sound of the rio stays. It's such a strange, funny little tradition, but somehow it makes this place so amazing. Many evenings we saw fire burning on the other side of the river. The glow was eerie, unsettling in the dark. It could be farmers cleaning land or wildfires spreading through the dry fields. Whatever the reason, it always left us with a strange feeling watching the night sky turn red.
How did you experience Brazil?
In total, I spent about 4 months there, right in the middle of everyday life. The people are so warm, so nice and so kind. They truly live life with a certain lightness. And there's so little judgment. It's not about how you look, how big or small you are. That openness really touched me.
And the next morning the smoke was still hanging in the air, a quiet reminder of the fires we had watched the night before.
sind gerade in den letzten Zügen. Ich bin mit dem Video am Reden. Willst du weiterreden?
Nein, es ist so gut.
As I said, we're in the final stretch, putting the last touches on our preparations for the next leg of our journey. We just ordered water and soy milk, still need to test the anchor winch and take care of a few other small things. But other than that, we are ready. But now I just noticed some water in the lowest part of the boat. I traced it back and I think there's a leak somewhere near the sink. So that's something we absolutely need to fix tonight before we can set off tomorrow. I see where it's coming from. It's the pump. We've got manual pumps that push water up to the tap, foot pumps. And apparently one of them has a leak, right when we least need it. It's cramped, it's sweltering, and outside darkness has completely taken over. My stomach's growling, my energy is gone, and honestly, I just don't want to deal with any of this right now. Every little task feels like a mountain, and I can't help but wonder, will we ever get out of here? The pump can't be repaired without a spare part. The rubber membrane is broken. So I have now taken the pump from the boat's bathroom and installed it here, which means the bathroom is completely out of order now. Now comes the last challenge, clearing up all this chaos. If we manage that, there's a chance we'll actually get out of the harbor on time tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
Why do small problems always come in clusters?
I guess every sailor would say it's just boat life. One leak leads to another problem. You fix one thing, something else is gonna show up. So, welcome to my life.
In the next episode, it's time to cast off again. Out to sea, following the wind along the coast, on our way to French Guiana. A new chapter begins. If you enjoyed this part of the journey, subscribe and join me for the next one. Bye!